Hi, this is WeFit Lover. It's great to see you with me, and this is the results for the 1 month on Weight Watchers. So this week has been really interesting. Wednesday, I was down the lowest weight at 192.4, and then it skyrocketed a little bit back up to the 194.7. Now here's the real kicker. I actually started out at 203.8, not 200.3, so this changes the whole game. I was like, wait a minute. I was looking at my more that I thought I did, so I'm actually down for the entire month of 9.1, which is amazing, and this is the best weight loss I've had in a month in years, probably since the first time I did Weight Watchers back in 2008. That month I think I lost 10 pounds, and I was way younger, so you can imagine, almost 10 years ago. So I can definitely say the smart points are working, and I'm going to give you a recap of the whole month. But the 27th of February, I started out at 203.8. I then lost 10.1 pounds my first week. That is unbelievable. So I got down to 193.7. Now, the 11th on that Saturday, it was 198.7, and I went up 5 pounds because I went out, I had a day on the town, I had a night on the town, I drank a lot. I wasn't thinking, I thought I was in control, it just went haywire. So sodium builds, 5 pounds, there we go. It wasn't a true 5 pounds, I found out, because the next week I lost 4.8, and that was on St. Patrick's Day. So that was the last time I believe I weighed in with you. And then I'm down to, actually I gained 1.2. So I lost 9.1, and my weight today is 194.7. So the inches are interesting. On my arm, I was looking at it, and I'm down 0.45. And my BMI was 37.3, and it is now 35.6, so that's awesome. The other thing is weird is normal water percentage, which I found out through my Withings scale, is that the normal for women is 50%. Mine was on February 27th, 39.5%, and today it is 41.3, I believe. So it is going up, which is good because your body needs to be hydrated. So that's a very important factor. If you have one of those scales that show your, water percentages, definitely, look into that. March 25th, my body fat percentage today is 42.6%. So it did go down, which is superb. Muscle mass was at 51.8, and I am now muscle mass of 54.5. So if you guys follow Withings scales, you look into that, great, and you follow that, then that's what my stats are for that. Restaurant choices, I want to talk about this for a moment. If you're on Weight Watchers, you can't eat out. Okay, so what I'm learning from the 24/7 chat line on the application of Weight Watchers, which I absolutely am incredibly happy that they're there for your support 24 hours a day, and I think that is the biggest, greatest thing that could ever happen. Easy support whenever you need it, no matter what it is. And I'll tell you, it has helped me so much today get out of this crazy rut of thinking that oh, maybe I wasn't doing so good, or what did I do wrong, and I was beating myself up until I realized what the problem was. And the problem is this: in Weight Watchers, they don't really talk about sodium. I mean, we talk about processed foods and how you should limit your processed foods and eat healthier and fresher and things like that, which is great. But, in all of the diets and things I've done, I wasn't really watching the sodium as much because I was getting so excited because the weight's just dropping off every week. And, I'm thinking, okay, and I completely just shut out the sodium factor. That I am one of the women that obtains an obscene amount of water retention, okay, and water gain, and it runs on my mom's side of the family. I'm sure I've talked about this before in my last video about Weight Watcher reviews, and it's something that I struggle with. So when I was on the 21-day fix, this really helped me because all the foods were very fresh, and a lot of things didn't have the kind of sodium in them that some of the foods that we're allowed to eat on Weight Watchers does have it. So I'm going to say this: if you have problems with water gain, where you're bloating up like a whale in the middle of summer and your hands are swelling, or you wake up and you're fine, your stomach's flat, and then by the end of the night your stomach looks like you're about to give birth to a food baby, then that's when you have water retention issues. And of course you always want to check with your doctor, and I always say that as just to say, if there's something else wrong, you want to definitely get that checked out. But watch your sodium levels with this, and what I mean by that is take the extra step, and if it looks like it's an obscene amount of sodium, watch your portion sizes with that. So for instance, my cottage cheese, which I have a Lactaid low-fat cottage cheese that I eat, well, I ate like half of a carton yesterday because I didn't want to eat a lot of crap, and so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna eat some cottage cheese, and I'm like, I'm gonna have some more cottage cheese. Then I look at the sodium content after talking to the lady on the chat, because she's like, how much sodium's in that? You know, what's in that? I'm thinking it's cottage cheese, you know, and I'm dumb me. I look at the back of the container and it's 330 milligrams of sodium, and I'm like, oh, great. And I'm like eating half a cup here, 1/4 cup here, and I'm counting all this, mind you. So I'm thinking I'm on track, I'm cool, you know. And she's like, it's not really true weight that you gained for this week. It's that you're gaining sodium water weight that's on top of your muscle that you had gained from all the workouts you did this week. And it sounds to me it's sodium. And I said, well, I had sushi yesterday too as my main meal, and I didn't realize, she says, that sushi has sodium in it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, the reason I ate out yesterday was because I did not feel like myself on Friday morning. I was like lightheaded, my stomach was hurting. I just felt like I needed to eat real food, okay? And what I mean by that is your body has signals that tell you when you're hungry, okay? But it's up to you to make the choices, the right choices for your body when this happens. And I had worked out so much on Wednesday, my stomach hurt so bad because I did 4 sets of 20 ab crunches like this at the gym, and I mean, I was working it out, right? And I come home and I was dying. Thursday and Friday, we were just scooting around the house like my dog butthole surfing on the carpet. It was awful. So we're like, we can't even work out, we can't move our legs like we did leg day on Wednesday and abs, and we're just like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna say pace yourself. Only do what you know that you can handle. If you feel that sore, you need a rest day, okay? Some places, some diets, some, you know, lifestyle changes, they want you to, you know, do all this exercise every single day. But if you're just starting out or you're still working it up to a certain capacity, take your time. You do not want to hurt yourself. That is something that, yeah. Take your time. I was doing 5 days a week. I was killing myself. I wanted to die. It's not worth all that. You know, you're just going to want to eat a ham and a turkey and a hen, and you're not going to want to do anything else but eat because you're just killing yourself inside. So definitely take your time. If you're not working out, you know, right now, you need to start out 1 day a week or 2 days a week and do moderate intensity. Don't freak out and start, you know, running a marathon thinking you can just work up to that right away, because you're going to hurt yourself. You know, for longevity, for your joints and your bones, you're going to thank yourself later if you pace it. So my sizes, okay, so I went from an 18 pant to almost a 14 snug, and I tried on a pair of 14s at Walmart a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, these button and everything. Okay, I'm not going to wear these shorts yet, but they fit, they button, that's cool. I went from an extra large juniors Walmart shirt to a almost large junior shirt, but it depends on the size and the company, so don't go by sizes to make you think that it's, oh my gosh, I'm in a 2X, or oh, I'm in a large now. It just, every company is different. Here are my before and after shots of my 1 month on Weight Watchers. I'm going to go to a wonderful place. I'm traveling for 4 days, so my goal this week is to watch my sodium intake, try to stay on track as best as possible while on the road traveling. That's a very big problem I have. So I'm going to try to not get in the way of my what ifs, where it's like, do I really want to buy a salad with grilled chicken and still walk 6 hours around town and then be hungry and have to buy something later? You know, I have all these what ifs in my head, and I'm sure you, being in this lifestyle change with me, you've been there before, and it is frustrating because we go, oh my gosh, we think we're on track and we're doing all these great things and we're changing our eating habits when we go out to eat, and you know, it might not be the food you want right away, but it's something that it's, you know, it's filling and satisfying, and we know it's what we're supposed to eat, and it's a big battle in my head. It's the biggest hurdle I've had in this whole journey. So I'm working on that every day. So the next 4 days are going to be very interesting, and I will update you on how it went and what I did to change my mind on the choices that I made for the foods that I ate and how that reflects on the scale next week. Oh my gosh. So I apologize if you guys could see that message. I don't know what happened there. What is it? Weight loss, weight mass? I'm having problems with my stand. I need a new stand. That is something that, yeah. It keeps falling and my battery keeps dying. I come back trying to troubleshoot. I finally got it to work and then the battery dies. So I'm like, I'm done. Wait a minute, what? I just charged it all day and night and it is crazy. And then my memory card is my body fat for you to I have a hair in my mouth, great.